So I've done a bunch of videos lately on comic books, but that's really not what I intended the focus of my channel to be. It's to be on figures. Unfortunately, I only get a couple figures a month because I get high-end figures, and I just don't have the room, and I don't really feel like spending the money for a whole lot more. So I'm only buying a couple a month. So to fill time, I talk about other things I'm interested in. So today we have another figure in the Bandai 50th anniversary Mazinger Z celebration, which is Devilman. And Devilman is related to Mazinger Z. First of all, he is also created by Go Nagai, who created Mazinger Z. And there was a movie in 1973 called Mazinger Z versus Devilman. Now, despite the fact that you could see them of nearly the same height, Devilman is normal human height, slightly taller than an average man. He's about 6'1". So if this were true to actual scale, he would be able to fit in the Pilder, which is the little vehicle up there. So he is wildly out of scale, understandably. And so I paid on Amazon about $141. And I'm not sure if I got some of that money back because Amazon will refund money generally if you pre-order and the item when it's released is less. They won't charge more, but they will charge less. So I'm hoping I did not pay $141. It was not available on Big Bad Toy Store. It is now for $110. It is available on Amazon for I think $130. Now this is a re-release of a 2017 figure, and this figure was released in Japan for about 11,000 yen, which works out to about $74. And the original one was more like $55, but this one has more extras. And I think every single one of the 50th anniversary figures is a re-release, often with some changes to them. And then I'm going to go through. I don't know what the differences are because even when I went on Bandai's website, it wasn't showing me what the gimmicks and other things were. So I'm just kind of making some assumptions. But I do believe that there were additional ones added. But try to get it for less than I did because I jumped the gun on this one. I removed the piece from the back here, and then I'll show why. My initial response when I picked this up was, wow, is that light? And I had not really paid attention to the fact that it was a Figuarts figure, not a Sola Chogokin figure, as with all the other 50th anniversary figures. So it is all plastic. And I'd say it's more, yes, worth in like the $75, $74 range, not the $140 or $130 or whatever. So try and do a little bargain shopping. The joints are all very nice. They are smooth and solid and have nice range of motion. The shoulders in particular, you can see they have a lot of engineering in them, and they have a very wide range of motion. This belt here is free and can move around, so I have no issues with the articulation or the ability to stand. Maybe I would have hoped that they would have put some die cast in the feet or the shins, but they didn't. The only figure I've ever seen that on is Bandai's Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, but that was a very top-heavy figure, so I get that. So I will go through the different gimmicks that you get or extras. So we have here, well, these are his wings, and so those will attach in the back where I took that piece out. And they attach well, but they don't, for whatever reason, they don't attach as well as the original piece. They don't attach as snugly, so that's kind of strange that neither of them. So we got the regular wings, and they do They do flap. Okay. I mean, they don't literally flap, but they are on a hinge. Okay. These are damaged wings. Then we have 3 additional faces. So a snarly face, a yelling face, and kind of looking down. We've got some additional hands. And then we've got a grabby hand, although I'm not sure what he would grab, since there's really nothing to grab. And then we have some really unexpected gimmicks, which is these pair of hands. So what are those? Those pair of hands go with Mazinger Z. And Mazinger Z. And Mazinger Z has a lot of hands. I don't have the box, unfortunately. I mean, I have it, but it's stored away. And so that includes his jet scrander, which is his wings that he uses to fly. And so, unfortunately, I can't look right now. I didn't pull the box out to confirm that this is a configuration of hands that is not in there. But I would assume that it's not. So it's a flying hand, where if he was flying, he would have his fingers pointed out. And then we have this piece, and this piece here would go attached to the jet scrander. So I assume this would be a unique piece that did not come with it. This is my damaged one, my damaged Mazinger Z. And for some reason, his pilder is missing. I need to figure out where I put that. And you can see on the back here on his jet scrander, this piece will attach in there, although it attaches differently than this one. So I'm assuming if I pulled the box out with this, that I would be able to attach it if I ever get the movie Mazinger Z versus Devilman. Then maybe I will pull the box out and reproduce the scene. We also have his stand, which is some girders, and he sits on it. Definitely not pegged in anywhere. He just kind of sits on it and hopefully doesn't fall off. Then we have the last gimmick. So we have the braces, but the last gimmick. So this, I just don't know the character that well. I assume these fly out of his belt. So you would remove this piece here and attach this on there, and then they would be coming out of his belt. All right, so I'm gonna put this piece on. Okay, so it snaps in there nicely. I like this figure. It's not a character I care about. If you care about, or if you want to learn more about Devilman, there is a ton of stuff available. You know, if I looked on Amazon, there are anime, there are manga, there's all sorts of stuff. I have enough characters that I'm paying attention to that I don't need another one at this point. And I don't really need any more books. But it is an interesting character. So for the 50th anniversary celebration, I'm going to put all my figures eventually together. The next one, which is coming out hopefully next month, this one also I bought on Amazon and paid a bit of money for this one. So this comes with Aphrodite A and Minerva X, and these are Solar Chogokin. So I'm expecting diecast. Okay. And this will complete. And you know what? I need to sit down and rewatch that anime. The only other figure that is coming out that I have not pre-ordered is Mazinger Z, and I don't know that this is part of the 50th anniversary. Well, no, it does say 50th anniversary. So this is the only one that I don't have, and I can't find it for sale. So, and I'm also getting the Carbonics one. So it would be nice to have one in scale. with all my other ones and then have them all together on a shelf. But anyway, so this is the 50th anniversary Mazinger Z re-release of Devilman for the s.h.figuarts line from Bandai.